I have a shout out to do, but this is a wild one, so bear with me. Before we begin, thank you very much to 2023 Lio Convoy, who I shouldn't worry about, and me 07 Leo Prime for pitching in over on Ko-fi. There is a statement below that says, I'm Classics Leo Prime. I can definitely take Legacy Lio Convoy. You agree, right? Classics can't turn green like like Ghost Super Saiyan. So I don't know. Whatever your preference in Lio Convoy or Leo Prime, that is all up to you. If you prefer the original, that's all well and good. But still, thank you very much for the contribution. Thank you very much for the support. Let us begin with the news roundup for the day. So we have reveals, we have new stuff from the partners, and energy drinks. You'll see. So the big reveal this week was we have a brand new wave of Studio Series stuff on the way that was first announced. Weirdly enough, Big Bad got to announce it first. So we got little teaser images, and now we have full reveals. And we have Studio Series Cliffjumper, who is going to be a retool of the 86 Bumblebee. Back to normal for Cliffjumper, just being a Bumblebee retool. Now, it is a pretty extensive retool from what we can see here. Like, it is very squared off. Like, the top section, they don't really have to change. That's the thing. But the bumper, thus the feet, all of that is brand new. Spoiler's been added. That's new. Brand new weapon. It looks like they avoided the temptation of giving him the gigantic cannon. Now, it is a little bit disappointing in that, well, one, the vehicle mode doesn't look great with that gray block in there. I don't understand why they keep doing things like that. I understand, like, oh, we made it from unpaintable plastic, but, like, at the very least, could you make it, like, a slightly more acceptable color? Like, it would have been perfect if it had been red. That would have looked okay. A little bit weird, but not as weird as this. I would have accepted black. Even black would have been better. And then you wouldn't have this weird chunk in his chest. I think more to the point is, look at him just floating in that box. That box has space for another one. And it's going to be the same $27.99 all the other deluxes are. We are already kind of pushing it with how much these toys are genuinely worth. And now we are going to be... This is shocking to me. He needed more accessories. This is the time where I'm like, I would have accepted some bazooka here. I'm sick of Cliffjumpers coming with bazookas, but he needed something here. Man, like, I have that Bumblebee. It's a good Bumblebee, but it ain't worth, it was barely worth the $24.99 I paid, when it cost that. Now it's $27.99. This ain't worth it. I'm more or less happy with, like, my previous buzzworthy Cliffjumper. If anything, it means they have more distinction between each other as toys, which is rare for Cliffjumpers and Bumblebees. But no, I don't know, it's an inevitable thing to do. If you want a smaller Cliffjumper to be more scale accurate in your display, all the power to you, but I don't know, I'm iffy on this one. We're getting another redo of Blitzwing. Now, from what people have said, this is basically just a dramatic capture deco of Blitzwing, just released in American retail. And from what I can tell, it's just that straight up, like, cleaned up repaint. And yes, it looks nicer than the American version, the original one. Still has the stupid Hulk hands. Stop trying to make those a thing. It's so dumb. They look awful. I don't know what else you'd throw in with Blitzwing to actually make him, like, full leader class value, but then again, they don't seem to try as hard to make things leader class value anymore. I'm surprised they left them in, honestly. It looks fine, but I don't think it's enough of an upgrade. I'm looking at my other one right now. It's a darker purple with a couple extra paint apps that this does not have. But for the most part, like, I don't see enough change for me to be willing to upgrade this one. And this is me, the Blitzwing guy. I was really hoping they take the Astro Train approach and, like, do up some new tooling so it doesn't look so bad in jet mode. I don't know. I don't know. No, the toy is okay. It's an okay Blitzwing. I think toy-wise, I still think I like the Titan's Return better, weirdly enough, but we'll see how this one does. Fingers crossed. Every other Blitzwing I've seen has shelf warmed, so we'll see what this one does. And then there's Cyclonus, and the Cyclonus has been much discussed. So, for starters, I was really going in skeptical when we found out there was going to be an 86 Cyclonus. It's inevitable, but I was like, well, the kingdom is nearly perfect. What else are you going to do? Well, we've switched up the color hues, we've added some paint apps, and we've retooled the head. So now the head actually looks better. I will admit, it's one of those things where I was okay with what I had before, but now I have seen this other one and go, wait, that looks better now. That actually looks better now. There's another factor that they've changed in that, and we'll show you that in a bit. There's better photos for it. But yeah, that's still a really, really good toy. That's genuinely one of my favorite toys out of his generation. Like, if you really want a really good figure here, if you have not had the chance to get it, grab it. It's so good. It's funny to me that you actually have like 2 of the Insecticons in the back as like little ghost images. It would have been funny to play off of like, who are these characters supposed to be, but it is what it is. We have more photos. There's some in-hand ones. I believe these are prototype because I don't think the retail is going to be that glossy. Possibly. Okay, so this is a CCXP at Mexico 2026, where they had a huge display for Transformers with a bunch of the new stuff on display. This is where they officially gave the full reveal to the new toys. I guess I should say I'm pretty sure that's a new gun for Cyclonus too. Pretty sure it's a new gun. So yeah, a few people got to see him in hand, in person. They gave them the tiniest little box to cram all of these toys in. It's kind of funny. Like, they didn't even have room enough to put Cyclonus pointing forward anymore. But no, they still look pretty good. Still look pretty good. And we have some preview shots of some other upcoming figures. Or some that are out yet. That Optimus is already out. We're waiting for Smooth Wave, which should be in the next wave of Voyagers. Oh, here's something that didn't get enough attention. Look, there's the red repaint of Twin Mill. I didn't see, do we have a close-up of that? I didn't see a close-up of that. There's the Matrix. Hang on. No. There's a close-up of all this. Okay, so here's something that does demonstrate a little bit more of what is going on with the retooling on this toy. So, it looks as though they've retooled the legs to actually support and secure Cyclonus's knees better, which is something that the Kingdom toy does do wrong. It's maybe like the one flaw that toy has. So that is actually a significant improvement, and I actually quite like seeing that. There's another change, though, someone pointed out. If you look at the back side of the vehicle mode, there's gaps now. See, originally on Cyclonus, thank you to Sabertron, by the way, of always having photos of what I need, you had panels that folded into the legs during transformation in order to make the back look a lot more solid. But now, that seems to have gone away, which I assume is to make room for the extra engineering needed to make the knees lock into place. It's a weird change, though. Man, it messes up what is otherwise a perfect jet mode for Cyclonus. I don't know. It seems like they sacrifice the back end of vehicle modes a lot for things like this, but honestly, it's a take your pick kind of thing. Would you rather have like the back end of the vehicle closed up, or would you rather have the knees be more secure? Personally, I'll be honest, I think I'd rather have the knees more secure. And if that's where it had to go budget-wise, that's where it had to come from. Though they've made their bank on this mold so many times over, I don't see the reason, I don't see the excuse there. But enough of him. Surprising remolds aside, still looks good. Some other in-hand shots of our Blitzwing. I am still begging this photographer, stop focusing so much on your fancy review stage. Yes, it looks very nice, but Look, that's a proper photo. That shows us everything on the toy. You know, that let's just get into details. This is like, the toy is half this photo. Okay, much better. Much better. Ooh, good shot. Good shot. Me making mental note for the thumbnail. But yeah, he just kind of looks okay. I mean, it's nice for me. Like, if I do catch him on clearance or something, I'd probably grab him because he does look, you know, a little bit nicer, but I wouldn't pay full price. We'll see how it goes. People are already, so I feel like this got like fast tracked. So this is the Predacon 7 pack, which people are apparently now finding in some places. That was quick. So as you can see, all 7 of the Season 1 Predacons all in one box, just in case you missed them out on Kingdom, and all of them done up in their Takara deco. So if you didn't go in for the Versus ones like I did, you have a second chance of getting a hold of them. Whereas this actually does mean like I can pass on this one for now. I looked at the inside of this box and I kept thinking to myself, who played Tarantulas in defense mode? Like, it's so weird that he had to be crammed in sideways. But let's take a look. Yeah, if you've seen the Beast Wars 2 packs, then this is pretty much, you know, standard fare. Yeah, you get to see the one on the left, which is a far more extensive detailed deco than the one on the right. The one on the left, there's very little unpainted on him, whereas the one on the right is doing a decent enough job, mostly just getting by with what he needs to. Some of these are a lot more tame, you know, like, okay, Inferno here, yeah, he's just kind of him, just a little bit more metallic. You know, blue on Waspinator instead of purple. Pterosaur is pretty significantly different. Hands, shoulders, thighs, like, there's a lot of shade differences there. Makes me realize, like, the American version had so much red dominant. That's so weird. Yeah, they're just much better decos in general, for the most part. Tarantulas, it's a weird, I picked a bad frame to say that on. Tarantulas barely looks different. He's got extra paint on his thighs, that's it. The Black Arachnia's legs being brown is a huge improvement. Oh, do you even get the second gun? If you get the second gun from the original, for the Versus release, that's even better. Yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic set of toys if you haven't gotten it already. But it is mostly just multi-packs of what Takara released already. So you might have these. Who knows? Wave 2 of the NFL helmet transformers now have stock images. So here's Blizzard for the Buffalo Bills. And it's fine. It's a very patriotic looking robot. Well, like, I've seen these around at Walmart's. They look fine. I'm not a football guy, as I keep saying, but so I'm probably not going to grab one of these, but I do think it's a cute novelty. I like the idea of getting a robot out of a football helmet. It's a neat little thing to try. All right, so we have Skullgrin, our Viking flavored one. This one I think does look best so far, but then again, you know, I'm a sucker for purple and black. Yeah, looks good enough. Looks good enough. I do like how he came together. Starting to notice like little sculpting differences. Like this one has a visor for his eyes, whereas the next one, Gold Rush, has individual eyes. It's still, I mean, it's always going to be the same mold. Little differences like that. I don't know. I mean, it's NFL stuff. Like, of course, this is going to sell. So hopefully they get through all the teams without having to do anything goofy. I mean, it's going to be fascinating when they get to, like, the Cleveland Browns and, like, the less popular teams. We will see how it goes then. But, yeah, it's looking fine. If you're a football fan, like, 3 more teams down. So if they haven't gotten to yours, wait. You never know. Hopefully they stick around long enough to get all of them out. That'd be super awkward if they didn't. Okay, so Iron Studios has decided to show off their brand new statue for Soundwave, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Yeah, like, I love the heavy metal looks to it. The airbrushing looks really, really solid. Helmet might be a little bit thin, but artist interpretation, it's not terrible. what I think is fascinating is the choice to actually the choice to give him Buzzsaw instead of Laserbeak, because that's who the original toy came with. Laserbeak just happened to be the one they were in the show because they were selling the toys separate, so that way kids wanted the red one that he had in the cartoon, which you had to buy on its own. No, not on its own, packed in with Ravage, I think. Yeah, this is like a really cool, like, Soundwave's just a really cool design in general, right? All right, unless you have to be like titanium bad to get Soundwave wrong. I do wonder what he's firing at over his shoulder, because he's not looking at anything. He's just firing off his shoulder cannon at something. Oh well, I'm sure he's got sensors for that somewhere. Back to Cyclonus. So Kurakar Kuri showed off their take on IDW Cyclonus. It's exceptionally exaggerated from the IDW design, but still looking incredibly cool. The samurai aesthetic is being pushed really hard here. Man, okay, yeah, like the design just looks so freaking cool. And I love that they come with like a broken horn variant to the head. Man, it's so good. Oh, bonus part, Excalibur. Included only for purchase in d4toys.com, Hong Kong official shop, and Flame Toys event and Japanese sale channel. That's actually really unfortunate because there's a lot of meaning behind that sword, especially if you like him and Tailgate together. It is a little bit weird. Oh, I just realized what the cannon was. Hang on, do we have a good shot of that? So you see the shield on his arm and the long barrel gun he comes with. This is the only shot of it together. It's the gun he came with for Combiner Wars when he was a retool of Silverbolt. That's Silverbolt's rifle. Oh, that's such a weird inclusion. Oh, that's such a weird inclusion. Like, cool, but weird. Oh, and like to think you're gonna get that instead of the sword. Like, that might be your only accessory instead of the sword. What? What? Oh no, this thing's gonna be crazy expensive, but it looks so freaking cool. But Flame Toys also showed off their next Furai model design, which is going to be Ratchet. And Ratchet looking very anime. That is about the most trim and sleek Ratchet I think I've ever witnessed. This Ratchet has been working out like a fiend. But very, very nice. It's actually like, it's weirdly like, he's got hourglass figure and big hips. Like, he actually is like more almost feminine in shape. Keep in mind, Ratchet was originally supposed to be a female character before Hasbro nixed that. So this makes this a little bit more fascinating. It's maybe like a look at what the animation model might have been. Though they do this they do this anime exaggeration to a lot of their model kits, so it's also not shocking. Yolo Park showed a updated design for their Optimus Prime from the Bumblebee movie. This is the AMK Pro series, and this is just basically them showing off a lot of the new tooling that they did, especially the hands and the head, which is really cool of Yolo Park to do, to actually include that fan feedback and actually decide, yeah, like, we can do this better, and go back and fix up the head, make it more accurate, fix up the hands. Yeah, this is basically just showing what they look like now, and it still looks pretty good to me if you really like that Bumblebee movies. Look at the level of intricate detail they got going on. Like, absolute insanity how much paint and sculpt have gone into this piece. You will be hearing more from Yolo Park this week. We'll be taking a look at another of their AMK figures. It's going to be the Optimus Primal, so stay tuned. I'll be showing you that one soon. And one more for Yolo Park. They've done some official images for their Thundercracker and Skywarp. It's limited to 2,000 pieces, but if you want your set, if you want your full trio of Seekers, here's the 2 back to buy. They still look really, really good. We took a look at these before. So no real new surprises. Just, this is like the official press release version of it. So, we're not going to get too far into this. Just like, hey, there is a card. they've announced that there is a limited trading card to go with this as well. That's basically the only thing to really throw in there as an addition. Let's see what Blokees is up to. So Blokees showed all of the official photos for their Galaxy version Wave 10. And we have seen these molds before, but it's good to see like full shots of them as well. I need that Scorponok. Oh my god, I need that Scorponok. Yeah, so this is just another run through the photos that we've seen already, but these are much clearer than we got before. The whole wave, I was talking about this with with someone at the toy shop this week. The whole wave is really, really good and impressive. I feel like Wave 9 was just kind of like we need to fill in spaces, with the exception of like RC and Trypticon. Everyone else just kind of felt like, oh yeah, I guess you're due. This one, there's only a little bit of that. Trailbreaker and Brawn kind of feel that way, but like everything else, just like I very much want this entire wave. I very much want this entire wave. Comes out next month. So keep an eye out. And to finish us off, Sneak Energy Drink has announced that they are partnering with Transformers to do new flavors. Bumblebee gets a Mango Meltdown flavor and Frostberry Blast for Optimus Prime. That's basically all it really is. Just some Transformer-inspired flavors and decorative cans. If you are the type to collect cans, I guess you have something to go for now. But that is the weirdest thing of the week, which means that is the end of the news roundup. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. You are now up to date with your news, and I will do this again for you on Monday. So, thank you very much. I will see you next time. Hello everyone, I am Astral Agent Magnetar, a Tokusatsu VTuber, and I am streaming 4 times a week over on Twitch, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday afternoons, and a special late night one on late Friday/early Saturday. So come watch, come hang out, and let's make an impact together.